Hey everybody, Shane here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Overwatch's Uprising event going for the Replacements achievement. This one's going to be available to do whenever the mission is going to be available in the arcade. It is to beat the mode 8 different times with 8 different characters in All Heroes mode. So make sure you start that up. All Heroes mode is basically going to be the Uprising mission. However, you can select any character. So basically what you want to do is want to make sure you pick 8 different characters and make sure you just run through the mode 8 separate times. You can, of course, get this done on normal difficulty, which should be super duper easy. In fact, easy enough to the point where you could do it with randoms probably, and then just make sure you get through this as quickly as possible. The mission is going to be a little bit on the longer side, and it's going to be a little bit tedious since there are going to be a lot of timed segments that you have to sit through. So try your best to grind it out, but we're just going to run down the list and then just get the first 8 characters that come up. Now, do keep in mind there are going to be characters that are going to be available in All Heroes mode that were available in Story mode. So that would include Tracer, Torbjorn, Reinhardt, and Mercy. If you had already previously completed a playthrough with them in story mode, you cannot use that same playthrough to count for this particular achievement. That being said, they are going to be available in All Heroes mode, so if you use them again in All Heroes mode, that will count for it. So do keep in mind the story mode and the All Heroes mode achievements will not stack with one another, so you are going to have to do a fresh 8 playthroughs if you do already have the story mode achievement for beating that with all 4 of the unique characters for that mode. On the positive side, thankfully you can get all of the All Heroes playthroughs done on normal difficulty, and the reason for that is there are going to be no other achievements you can do in All Heroes mode, so might as well keep them all on normal and just get through them as quickly as possible. Again, it is going to be super tedious since it is going to be an additional 8 playthroughs in addition to the 4 playthroughs you have to do in story mode and probably several others in order to get those done on the higher difficulties. But do keep in mind this one is going to be very quick to get through as long as you're sticking to normal mode and just trying to get through these as quickly as possible. Now, you can use any 8 characters for this achievement, including characters that were added after the initial run of the event. So as long as you get to 8 separate playthroughs with 8 different characters, you should be good. I'm also going to highly recommend that you keep a list handy, as it might be a little confusing, not only with the different characters, but also with the 2 modes. So make sure you try your best to juggle those the best you can. But keeping a list is going to keep things nice and organized, and we're just going to run down it until we get our 8 in our list. So we're just going to keep finishing up the mode. Hopefully you are going to have the fortitude and willpower to stick it out, because this is going to get super repetitive, sitting through all of those time segments and getting all the way to the end. Doing this in a group is also going to help out a bunch, since you can take turns using the more useful characters. So you can have some people on some more useful characters and everyone else is going to use some of the less more useful characters, and you should be able to have an easier time of doing this. But of course, you can always stick it out with randoms if you must. The mode isn't going to be too difficult, especially on normal difficulty, and we're just going to just try our best to get through this. But make sure you have a bunch of time set aside in order to get all of these in. So here we are coming across our last couple of characters or so. So just make sure you switch up your playstyle depending on who you choose. If you want to just stick to the basics, you can just play all DPS or all tanks, or you can mix it up and just make sure you change it up between all 3 classes. Long story short, just do whatever you feel that's comfortable and that can get you through all 8 playthroughs super duper quickly, and then we should have an easier time of doing this. It's not so much the challenge, it's going to be trying to get through the tedium. So here we are on our 8th and final character that we're just going to blam through this with. So just one more run of this. Once we get all the way to the end and defeat those Orissas for 1 last time, we should be good for our final achievement that we were going for, at least for this particular set. So we're just going to finish them off, and then the 8th mission complete should get us our achievement. It's going to be for 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.